What's up, guys? Angry Manduke here again, and what am I angry about?
I'm so angry.
So angry because I haven't slept very much, which is my own fault.
Let me tell you a secret.
I like to be angry.
But I do it brilliantly.
Believe it or not, I have a YouTube series because I like to be angry, and a lot of things make me angry.
Now he will rise.
And I'd rather be angry at you, talking to you guys, than be angry at people randomly in public, or the people, my friends and family, that I genuinely care about. Not saying that I don't care about you guys, but you watch me to be entertained by how angry I get, right? So what am I angry about?
Let the knife do the work.
Parking lots, specifically the Walmart parking lot, because something happened not terribly long ago, actually just like an hour or so ago, but I had to go inside still.
Is very disingenuous.
I was hanging out inside the van in the Walmart parking lot like I normally do because free Wi-Fi.
Oh, yes!
A lady rolls up next to me and like, you might notice when you're parking that my van's got some damage, right? But that side has nothing to do with this side. And, you know, a lady parks next to me, and granted, I have other damage and I really don't care about it. But the fact was, I was inside the vehicle. She parked really close to me.
Park anywhere, that's me.
Decided that she was going to put an oversized product, which happened to be a microwave, into her Prius and bumped her door up against the spot. Now, I was inside and I watched this happen.
They want. You have declared war.
I was in the bed, which I really don't want to show you what it looks like in here because it's a mess, but I was on the bed and I saw it happen. I heard it happen. I got out and was like, what the fuck, bitch?
I'm so angry.
And she was like, oh, you know, it was my butt. And I was like, your butt scratched my paint? I use a wallet chain. I've leaned against my van and rubbed up against it and never scratched it. There's no fucking way that your bare ass did that. There's no way that sweatpants did that. So she was like, oh, well, I'll just put it in on the other side. Like, didn't apologize.
Belts from the cunt of the underworld.
Told me that it wasn't her and that wasn't her problem. I was like, well, that was you. Granted, this was me, I know, but that actually does come out. I just haven't washed it ever. I haven't ever washed. So I started scrubbing at it a little bit and going, you know, that's your paint, because it was a silver Prius. I'll give you the license plate. If, you know, you guys see her at the Violent Walmart, don't park next to her, because this bitch will put a scratch in your car while you're inside, and she won't say a damn thing about it. Now, obviously, like I said, I don't give a shit about my vehicle on the outside. Now, granted, I would like to one day restore it and actually make it better than that, make it something that's worth looking at, but I don't want it to be too obvious that it's an awesome truck, because ultimately, if I make it too obvious, people are gonna fuck with it while I'm not in it, and I don't just mean putting scratches on the side. I don't need that shit in my life. I got scratches and shit all over it, so I don't really care, but to make a point of it, I was like, you know, I took her license plate, took a picture of the shit, and was like, yeah, I'll get up with my insurance company, you'll be painting my door if I can't get that out. And she was all like, oh, you want to make a police report? And I was like, no, I don't really care. They're gonna take like 4 hours to get here, and then, you know, they're gonna say, oh, well, you can get a police report in a week and a half. I don't actually need that shit. I have a lawyer. So, you know, she took a picture of my license plate and all that shit. I don't really care. The fact is, I wasn't gonna do anything about it. All I really wanted was for her to apologize, because obviously if it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else.
Pathetic.
And she would not have gave a fuck. That was the point. She didn't even apologize when I called her out on it, and that really pissed me off. If it's fuck you or fuck me, yeah, it's fuck you. It gave me a flashback back to 2006, which is gonna be a story time that I'm gonna do, but I got into a car accident and the lady blamed me when it was her fault, and it happened in front of a cop. So I flipped the fuck out on her, and she was just like, oh, well, you know, not my fault, not my problem.
Shit fucking criminals.
I'm like, yeah, your insurance will hear from it. Now, granted, if I did actually care and I didn't have dents and scratches and shit all over the side of my vehicle from where I hit things, sometimes I do it intentionally because it keeps people the fuck out of my way, sometimes I don't do it intentionally, then I would have actually called my insurance and had all that shit taken care of, but I don't care to do that. But the fact is, it pisses me off because it happens somewhat regularly where people park too close to me, because ultimately I'm mad at parking lots because the parking lot spaces aren't big enough for a full-size truck. This looks like it's all huge and shit because it's a van and it's a conversion van, it's tall. It has the same wheelbase as a 1500 Chevy Silverado, which is the second most common pickup truck on the road, and it's relative in size to both the Dodge Ram and the F-150. It's relative in size to all those trucks. How come it doesn't fit in a parking spot? Because parking spots are too small for trucks. Well, if we have have that many trucks on a road and people use them as daily drivers and shit, the parking spot should be big enough to fit the fucking truck. Granted, the parking spot is really just a guideline for where, you know, you could put it. Isn't that weird? But if people are going to pay attention to that shit, because that's a conformative way to go, the spot should be big enough to fit a truck in it. And I don't fit front to back, and I barely fit side to side. Like, I'll have like 1.5 to 3 inches on either side. Walmart, the mall, freaking Target, it don't really matter where I go. But I do find when I go to Pennsylvania, I have more space in my spot. So you mean to tell me that those people drive trucks and it's okay, but in New Jersey it's not okay to drive a truck? I live in it, bitch. Deal with it. But I'm really pissed because I've seen it happen before. I have flipped out on bitches for doing this shit before. Actually, around the time where I was recording the Why Dodge Sucks video. So yeah, that just happened. I noticed everybody looks at my missing fender, but nobody looks at my advertisement on the back. Is what it is. I leave the vehicle a little bit shitty because ultimately I don't want people to fuck with it. Something like that makes them think, well, he ain't got the money to fix that. Why the hell would he have anything decent inside? Now, granted, I don't have the money to fix that. I don't have anything decent inside, but that doesn't mean that I want people breaking into my house and looking around. I mean, I got a shitty $20 phone. So anyway, guys, if you like this and you want to see what else I'm angry about, you can check out this video here. Or if you want to see what I'm like when I'm not angry, you can check out this video here. As always, you want to subscribe. You want to like the video, and if you really want to represent, you can pick yourself up an Angry Manduke t-shirt. They're fun for the whole family, and everybody's going to want to know what you're angry about. So thanks for watching, and I'll see all my friends later.